Hey there, Soul Tribe. This is Mystique, your Mystic Seer, and I am going to do a reading for the collective to send in some messages from Spirit to bring some life into your world. You know, if things are a bit dull lately, let's see what Spirit has to say for you to help you bring some light into your world. Right, there's our card. You've got, make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. So you need to spend time doing the introspection, doing the shadow work, going within, healing, so that you don't doubt yourself anymore, you know. That might be part of why you need to bring some life into your energy, because it's full of doubt. And doubt is an ick feeling, you know. Let's get some tarot messages. You've got the Five of Swords. You have conflict in your energy, and this is having you feeling indecisive. And you've experienced some losses due to this conflict. You got like the Joker there blowing his trumpet in the background, while old mate there is running towards us with his sword. It's like he's egging him on, yeah. Four of Swords. Now this gives me solitude, self-love, and recovery. So Spirit is encouraging you to go into hermit mode, you know, go into solitude, pour some love into your own cup so that you can recover from this conflict. You know, just because these people don't accept all parts of you doesn't mean you have to feel that way. That's on them, not you. You got the Lovers in reverse, so this is bad relationships. You know, what you're going through with these people is quite bad. And they're disloyal. They've been disloyal to you. You are discontent with this situation, and it's left you feeling very uncertain, okay? You've got the lone, oh, it came out that way, the lone man. So, you know, the hanged man. Letting go of these people is what Spirit wants you to do. Make that sacrifice. It's worth it. Take a pause on this situation and get a new perspective. You know, in the picture, all the money's falling out of his coin purse. That gives me that, you know, this situation may have cost you. Going into hangman mode, like this solitude period, may cost you. It might mean that you're taking time off work or something. The Queen of Swords is in reverse too. So this is about the losses you've experienced, feeling trapped in this situation, and how disappointed you are. You are so disappointed at this time. You got the King of Swords in reverse. So you got like arrogance, judgy people, arrogant, judgy people who are only out to manipulate you. Sorry, I dropped my cards. All right. I'm getting like normally you're a fun person. You're the life of the party. You like a party. You like fun. You're fun to be around. You bring so much life to this, like to any situation, and then you've just got these ick people who have knocked you off your pedestal. You got the King of Cups or King of Cauldrons. It's in reverse also. So you're feeling insecure. You're feeling defensive towards these people. And you are very frustrated with the situation as it is. Yeah, like your emotions are out of control at the moment. You have got no control over your emotions. Spirit needs you to do that introspection work, look within, so that you can be back in control of your emotions. You got the High Priest though. This is really good. You know, this is about you tapping into your spiritual wisdom. It's about taking the lead in this situation of turning your back on these people and going into hermit mode. You know, these people may be a part of like an institution, like where you work, or a group that you're involved in. And I'm getting like you walking away would be breaking tradition on whatever this group situation is. But that's what you're being encouraged to do. Walk away and turn your back on it. Move out of their reach where they can no longer hurt you or affect your energy. Ah, you've got the Devil in reverse, or it's called Temptation in this deck. So you are overcoming the addiction to these toxic people and this toxic situation, and you are going to, once you've fully overcome it, you are going to find a new sense of freedom that you haven't experienced before, independence, and taking control by being in control of your emotions. Because while these people can trigger you and get your emotions out of check, you know, you're not in charge. They are. And I bet you they're having a good old laugh while they're doing it. Very low vibrational. You don't deserve people like that in your energy. They don't deserve you. You know? Do they know who they're messing with? You rank high in the spiritual realm. They're definitely reaping some bad karma for themselves by messing with you. 5 of Rods or 5 of Wands. These people are ambitious and they feel like they're competing with you. They're trying to make you feel like you're competing with them. But what I'm getting is how would I put it? Look, there's all this forward movement, but there's a barrier in front of them. Spirit's putting up a barrier, but you need to enforce that by setting boundaries and protecting your energy from people like this now and into the future. This is a powerful lesson that's coming to your life. Hopefully Spirit doesn't have to keep sending in the same lesson, or if Spirit does, you're going to recognize it for what it is. You got the 6 of Swords. So this is about changes. Changes are coming in soon. You will receive support in this situation soon. There is forward movement coming. And you've got the 9 of Swords. So you might be in denial about this situation. You might feel stuck, like you've got to tolerate these people, and you're tolerating it. You know, you feel like you have to tolerate it, and you don't. You know, you're losing sleep over them. You're worried. You're suffering. It's like you're worried sick about what these people have done in your energy. Karma. Karma is coming, bitches. You know, they are going to reap what they have sown. And I'm getting like, this is a period of rebirth for you. You know, this is a period of rebirth for you. The Grim Reaper has turned up with his scales of justice. I don't know if you can see them there. Anyway, he's holding scales of justice. And you know, this is another card for the world. What goes around comes around. What you put out there returns. Yeah, I did drop cards, damn it. We'll leave that there with the tarot cards now, with the 3 I've got. But what goes around comes around. These people are going to cop their own back. If not in this lifetime, they're going to have to face up to what they've done at the end of this lifetime. They're going to have to reap what they've sown in the next one. You know, just because you have had a painful lesson, this is one that they haven't learnt theirs. The High Priestess, you're being encouraged to tap into your intuition. Use your intuition in future, you know, to navigate your way around people like this and not towards them. You are being encouraged to rely on Spirit, because a lot of people say, oh, God won't send in more for you than what you can handle. That is, God will send in more than what you can handle, strictly so that you can learn to rely on God. Don't let yourself get to a situation where God's the only thing you got left that you haven't tried yet, you know? Start now. What have you got to lose? You know, throw your burdens upon the Lord. That's what it tells us to do in the Bible. You got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So you might be experiencing like a really unstable foundation at the moment, financial losses. This may have even contributed to family disputes that you're dealing with. And the Five of Pentacles tells me like, these people have you feeling worried and left out in the cold. You're feeling left out and disappointed because of it. Why? Let them leave you out. It's a blessing. You don't want them anyway. The Knight of Rods, so Knight of Wands, passion. You know, get your sense of passion back. You are a courageous person. You know, you're strong. You've survived every battle you've come up against. 100% to date. You're going to make it through the other side of this. It's going to be fine. It just feels a bit shitty at the moment. And this is part of the adventure, life's adventure, of who you meet, what you got to deal with, all that kind of stuff. Embrace the journey. Dodge these kind of people in future though. Let's get you some oracle cards, you know, messages to liven up your life. Achievement. As I advance on the road towards achievement, I discover my greatest strengths and learn from each challenge. This is a challenge that you definitely should be learning from. I believe in my truest potential. Today I have faith in my abilities and in myself. I move forward towards the fulfillment of my vision. I reach my objectives. I am courageous. I embrace life. I am always in good company on this journey towards light. You are. Even if no one else is with you, you've got your spirit team, you've got God, you've got Jesus, you've got the angels, you've got your ancestors, your spirit guides are all there with you. This person's climbing up a ladder to heaven too. So like I'm getting you might be on the path of an ascended master, which means like this is your last time on earth. These lessons are the last time you're going to have to go through them. This is part of the ascension process, is going through the challenges we do in this world. You've got simplicity. Today I choose to simplify my life. As I do, my burdens lighten. I release my ego's need to understand, to prove. You don't have to prove yourself to these people or anyone, in fact, only to yourself you've got to prove. And to control. Instead, I undertake every task with an open, humble heart, seen through the eyes of a child. I discover life in all its wonder and simplicity as the complications and chaos of the mind fall away. I remember I am one with the light. So, simplify your life by removing these people from it and take things on with an open heart. You know, set your boundaries so you can protect your heart, but let it remain open, okay? Don't let these people make you shut yourself down to other people and things that may be good for you, all right? Let the chaos in your mind dissolve. That's what your soul needs. Even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes a day, you switch off all your problems and chill within yourself and within God's healing presence. Do a bit of meditating, okay? Attaining peace. Today I turn within to find the source of my experiences. There I find the peace that comes from seeking truth. I understand that the riches I discover within myself have a greater value than all the wealth of the outside world. Step by step I continue my spiritual quest. Little by little I free myself, rising ever higher and attaining true inner peace. So you're going to find treasure within when you go within, when you get to know yourself. Because most people out there in the world that are running around don't even know themselves. So how the heck are they going to know what they're doing properly? That's, you know, people don't understand their wounds, their triggers. They don't understand what they've been through because they haven't even acknowledged the pain that they've experienced in life. You've got Master of my life. I dedicate my strength to the divine within me, aligning myself with the true sovereign of my life. My ego steps aside as I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with the truth I hear. In this way, I become the master of my life. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. You know, be humble. Give God praise for your achievements, you know. Give the Holy Spirit praise for your achievements. You wouldn't be able to do it without either. And Let your ego step down. All right? Listen to your inner voice. Act in accordance with truth. In other words, show up as your true, authentic self. I discover who I am. Today I discover the riches that lie within me. I acknowledge my true self. I see myself as an unlimited being. Remember, because you are a cosmic, eternal being in a human body having a human experience. And I marvel at the beauty of my life. So many things to be grateful for, right? Yeah? I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being alive. As I learn who I am, I recognize the divine within me. You have, like, we all have a piece of life within us that was gifted to us by the Almighty, you know, and that is divine. We are divine. We are blessed, you know, and every time someone treats you poorly, they are essentially treating one of God's gifts like poorly. And God may tolerate it, but he's not going to let it go unpunished. I have faith in life. Today I give myself to life. I live in the here and now without concern for tomorrow, because God is always near and will never let me fall. My faith surrounds me with light. No matter the circumstances, I let go, having faith that life will always provide what is most beneficial for my soul. Even if that is in the form of lessons, okay? Your soul came here to fulfill a purpose. God will allow things to come towards you and people to come towards you that are going to get in the way of that. That's part of being tested. We'll do one more card that I got out. It's application. Today I apply all that I have learned during my spiritual quests. 16:46 on the clock. I practice love in my daily life. I allow my inner light to lift my thoughts. As I do so, the laws of universal love take root in my life. See, keep your heart space open. Always set your intentions. Make sure they are pure and coming from a place of love, all right? That's how you manifest love in your life, by practicing it. So that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the messages I have. I do hope they resonated. If so, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. For a personal reading, the link to my store is down in the description. And yeah, good luck with all this. You are, like, remember that first card that had all these positive affirmations in it, you know? These are the things you should be telling yourself. I discover my greatest strengths and learn from each challenge. I believe in my truest potential. Today I have faith in my abilities and in myself. I move forward towards the fulfillment of my vision. I reach my objectives. I am courageous. I embrace life. I am always in good company on this spiritual journey toward light. Let words like that be what your mind feeds you. You know, allow these kinds of things in your mind to strengthen yourself. Remove self-doubts and limitations. You know, there's lots of things that allowing yourself to speak kindly to yourself is going to benefit you in so many ways. All right, guys. Thanks for that. Bye. See you next time.